This is the Dremel 220 workstation, and in this video I'm just going to show you what's inside the box and how to assemble it, so hopefully it won't be too long. Inside the box we've got the aluminium base, the tube assembly which is telescopic. This nut and bolt is for connecting the tube assembly to the aluminium base, the hanger assembly, the height adjustment lever, a spanner, the drill press assembly, the crow's nest and a set of instructions. The first step is to connect the telescopic tube to the base. You've got to pull these plastic protection caps off it. They're quite difficult to remove actually. The way that I've found to remove them is to actually use your worktop or something and just kind of use the edge of the worktop to prise these off, because they are very, very difficult to remove. I got the first one off by hand, but this second one is proving extremely difficult. There, that was not easy. So remove the two caps. Now this nut and bolt are for securing the base, so they need to be undone. The nut slides in there and then the bolt goes through from the back, so I'll do that now. I'll get the nut, slide it in, and then just get the bolt, and then it's encapsulated then. It's worth noting that the telescopic tube has got to go in a certain way. Now you'll notice there's an assembly there, that is a clamping assembly for the inside of the tube. If I show you the other side, you'll see there's nothing there. So this side, the one with the clamping assembly, needs to go in the base, like so. Then it's just a case of tightening the nut, and if you watch the post you'll see now that the nut is pressing against the post. So hand tight, and then a 17mm spanner or adjustable spanner, whatever you've got, just give it a quick nip, don't over tighten it. That seems fine, and that is rock solid now inside that base. So next we've got to fit the drill press onto the post. That just slides on there, look, and goes down. But before we do that, we've got to fit the height adjustment lever. We've got to remove the square nut off the lever, slide it down into there, line it up with this hole, and then screw in the lever. As you can see, I've not tightened that. You need to make sure that it's not actually impeding this so that it'll go down on the tube. Drop this onto the tube, and then you can see that you can clamp it in position with that lever. So that's fairly simple as well. I think I'll just put this in the position that it would normally be in for drilling. It's indented, that. It's quite easy to adjust it. I'm going to drop it down a little bit as well. One thing I want to show you, because I've just learned that it can be a problem, is if before you actually lift this up, see the centre tube there, stick your finger in it and pull it out slightly, because if you lift that up, this will drop. It will drop out the bottom and it's very difficult to get back in again. So the thing to do is to just pull it out slightly and just twist it to the right, and it will just stay where it is, and that way you're not going to have the tube dropping out and spend 10 minutes trying to get it past this little bush here, which is what I did, so try not to do that. So next we've got to put the crow's nest onto the tube, and that is an interference fit. It just slides over the larger part of the telescopic tube, like so. And then the last thing we've got to do is install the hanger assembly. Now this is the way that it goes in. So that goes in the top there into the smaller tube, and because we've actually tightened that by turning it clockwise as we're looking down on it, we should be able to push that in. That's nice and tight now, and that will now stop that centre tube from dropping out if you lift the stand up. So that's a hanger assembly. It's got a physical stop, look, it'll only go so far, and then if you turn it clockwise, again, that tightens it. So to finish it off, just drop this in there. The spanner just slots in there. So that's the assembly completed. It was fairly simple, a little bit fiddly, but nothing really difficult at all, not challenging. I hope you found this useful, and thank you for watching.